what do my choices have to do with God's glory? Is there a connection? What is it? Where does the moon get its light? It's a reflection of the sun. And what could cause the moon to go dark? If the earth comes in between the sun and the moon, casts a shadow on the moon, it would be dark. What if one day the moon got jealous of the sun and says, I'm going to steal your shine? Could it? What would be the point? What would that look like? Would that work? You and I were designed by God to be like moons, reflecting the glory of the Son of God to the world around us. When the world blocks the light and keeps the moon from being bright with the sun's glory, does it make the sun less bright? No, the sun remains the same. It simply casts a shadow on the moon. This is what happens when we allow idolatry to creep into our life. It casts a shadow on the reflected glory of God in our life. In 2 Kings 5:7, we have this story where the general of all the combined military of Syria comes. He's got leprosy. He comes to the king of Israel. He's got a letter from his king. I've come so that you can make me well. The king got defensive, ripped his clothes. Why are you picking a fight with me? The prophet Elisha heard, and he sent a message, and he says, this was for God's glory. And let him come so that he knows that there is a God in Israel. These kinds of experiences in our lives is how God intends for us to reflect His glory in the world around us. To realize that it's not about us, that it's about Him, to allow Him to shine through, and to not have parts of this world elevated out of place, which is idolatry, and so that that doesn't cause a shadow to block the reflection of God's glory. Love grows as we build a relationship. My wife and I are coming up on 22 years. And a few years back, we got an opportunity to go and see the canyon where the story of the Good Samaritan takes place. I remember looking down and being excited. I love to explore, and I'm quite agile, and so I told my wife, I said, I'll be right back. I got to go look closer, and she says, be careful, and I says, always. So I scooted down the slope, and as I went, I kind of went out of sight because the slope, kind of curved, and I got far enough down. I was watching that the steepness was still consistent, and up ahead, finally, I saw a steeper drop-off, and I stopped 100 feet short of that. You see, because she's important to me, because I love her, I was not going to take any chances of coming up to that edge. And this is how we need to deal with idolatry, and this is how love comes into place. Don't get close to anything. Don't make, good enough decisions. Make it clear. Almost 2 years ago, about 1.5 years and 8 months, my father-in-law was walking on the side of the road, and a distracted driver went off the road and killed him. And after that happened, I was helping somebody with a tree job. And I remember thinking to myself, Will, be careful cutting this tree. This is not when she needs to become a widow. I was extra careful in cutting that tree. It had some widowmaker limbs, giant dead limbs high. You start cutting at the base of the tree, and one of those limbs can, reverberate, break, come down, hit you in the head. Not having it. So I didn't drop it like that. I got a lift, I went up, and I dropped it from the top all the way down. As our love grows, the one that we love will be in such constant equation in all of our decisions We will avoid anything that could hurt if we can. We'll avoid anything that could cast a shadow there if we can. As I grow in my love for Jesus, I will increasingly keep the space between He and I clear so that His glory can shine more accurately in my life. You see, His glory is obvious in you and I when we are filled with the Holy Spirit. And the way for us, when we have allowed a shadow to take place and block some of that glory, the way out of that is that we would grow in our love with Him.